Hey guys, this is Grace and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to share with you some projects that I created in the month of May. So as a lot of scrapbookers know, May was, or the first Saturday of the month was the National Scrapbooking Day. And so a lot of the Facebook groups or websites or blogs were having a lot of National Scrapbooking Day challenges, and so I participated in some of them, but also I believe it was Scrapbook Generation that had a month-long challenge. Well, there was a lot of challenges, but the deadline for the challenges was at the end of May. So I was able to participate in that as well because I was able to stagger my making of the projects until the end of the month. So I was able to make 8 layouts in the month of May, and I know it's the end of June already, but I wanted to share them with you, and so let's just dive into it. So the first layout that I created was this one. Oh, by the way, all of these projects were created with scraps. I did pull out some, card stocks from my stash, but most of it was scraps, and most of them was scraps from my Flavors of the Month kit prior kits, because there's just so much product in that. So I love pulling those out for my scrap stash. So this one was for our Scrapbook Generation kit, or challenge rather, and I believed this one had a sketch, and so I followed the sketch, and yeah, it was just the first day of school for my 2 big kiddos, and so I used a lot of those branding strips for the diagonal on the top and the bottom, and then I also cut a bunch of circles using my favorite nesting circle die from My Favorite Things. And then I believe this one is from American Crafts, and then the school year, the words school and year is from a sticker sheet from Simple Stories. So that's that. And then this punch is from American Crafts. And then this one is a double page layout, and this one is, I believe, Scrapbook Generation as well, and also scrapbook.com. And the prompt for Scrapbook Generation was a starburst or a sunburst, and then so I used the sunburst on the top using a bunch of pattern papers, and then my photos on the bottom. These are photos of my daughter's birthday, and so I used some stickers to emphasize the theme, even though the patterns don't necessarily say birthday. But I just love how all the patterns kind of makes the layout pop, but then it doesn't take away from I don't think it takes away from the photos, because the photos are on the bottom. Let me know, does it still take away from the photos even if they're in 2 different sections of the layout? So I'm kind of curious. So that's the second one. The third one is this one, and this one is based off of a sketch from the ScrapRoom Kid Club. They had of course some fun challenges for NSD, and so I participated in that as well. This one used again, Flavors of the Month kit, scraps, and just a few things from my stash, like this enjoying one is from my stash. But I put all my photos on the right side, and then kind of have just layered pattern paper on the other side. And then this one is, I can't remember which challenges this is. I think this is also from the ScrapRoom Kit Club. But again, just a bunch of papers. And I like to gut my cardstock so I can use it for other projects. So I was able to maximize that orange cardstock in the back. Did some stenciling here, and then just layers of paper here and there, and also stickers. And this is my little guy. Also punched out a butterfly from pattern paper. And this one's another layout. I believe this one's from Scrapbook Generation Challenge, and this one is actually from a 4x6 card that I cut out. I just cut out the birthday, and so the color scheme is, I believe, is a little bit more vintage, which I decided to do because this is for my husband's birthday, so I wanted to be more mature but also masculine, and so that's what I used. And I used a bunch of stickers and die cuts again from my stash for this layout. And then this one is for a Scrapbook Generation challenge. Just a bunch of pattern papers in the back. My photos are in the front, and then a bunch of die cuts as well. I think it's one of those recipe challenges, so I had to put a ton of stuff on the layout. And to make life easy for me with these layouts, I actually pre-printed my journaling so that I could just cut that up and then adhere it to the layout when I was done. And then here's another one. This challenge was to use triangles. And so I used some pattern papers to make my own triangles in the background, and then added some stickers. I did use 2 pieces, well, 1 brown cardstock and then the white side of a pattern paper that I don't care for anymore. And then just a bunch of heart stickers. And then laid my photos in the center. They're all 3x4. I'm really liking the 3x4 photos because it's easy for me to do multiple photos on a page, because there's enough room, and then it's not so tiny that you have to like really squint to see the photos. So 3x4, I'm noticing, is kind of my comfort zone for multiple photo pages lately. And then the last one is another double page layout. And this one's a travel themed. These ones are photos of when we were watching Old Faithful. The guys are in Yosemite do his thing. And so just a bunch of photos. Again, this is 3x4. This one was for I believe a sketch challenge for Scrapbook Generation. Again, I used a bunch of pattern papers and for scraps. And the good thing about this double page layout, especially if you have a lot of photos, is that most of the space of the layout is occupied by photos. So although I only had scraps for this page, I was able to fill it in because like this part is all just photos. There's no pattern paper on the back of that, as well as on this side. So that may be something that you would consider if you're using scraps, is that it's the best. It works well with multiple photos. So those are my pages that I created in the month of May. Let me know which one is the one that you like the best or you would most likely scrap. And let me also know if you like these kinds of videos. I know I don't do these, well, I do a layout share for Flavors of the Month kit once a month, but I also make other pages just maybe for myself or maybe for challenges. And let me know if you're interested in seeing those. I don't do process videos for them just because sometimes I just don't have the time to turn on the camera or to do voiceovers and all that, but I do make pages. And so let me know if you like these videos and I will make some more of them. And if you like these videos, please consider giving a thumbs up and subscribing, and I will catch you guys another day. Bye!